Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today in Top Mythic Standard we are playing ORZHOV tokens, building around two card draw engines, in particular the Welcoming Vampire and Takasha's Welcome, both of which have similar effects, and that essentially when a creature that is either cheap or not very powerful enters the battlefield, you get to draw a card. This normally triggers only once each turn, but that means you can trigger it both on your own turn and your opponent's turn. So if you really want to maximize the value off of these, you can flash things in on your opponent's turn, like the Emperor to -1 and create a Samurai to get the draw effects both on your turn and your opponent's turn, or the Virtue of Loyalty at instant speed. You can create a 2/2 Knight token on your opponent's turn as well. I don't think you need too many of these. A 2-mana 2/2 Knight on its own is below rate for things you can be doing on 2. Of course, if you slam this for 5, then you have a really powerful win con. You can attack with everything and then untap them at the end of the turn and block for all your planeswalkers on the way back. So certainly a powerful win con, but I don't really think you need that many in the deck. The rest is constructed largely around token generators and removal, including Eldraine, which spits out tokens every turn. Lord Skitter spits out tokens, Sorin tokens, Ashiok tokens, and then removal side we have Cut Down, Go for the Throat, and 1 Virtue, as well as a Rite of Oblivion. Kind of nice to have the ability to exile any target non-land permanent. We are thinking about how to kill the opponent's planeswalkers. We have a single underdog to come back with haste, and we have 3 creature lands in the mana base, so that is where we're going for in terms of planeswalkers, but having Rite of Oblivion in there lets you deal with a variety of threats. One thing I'll note is that there comes a point in games with this deck where you don't need to overextend any further. You've got a solid board state. Your Eldraine's on the field, your Lord Skitter's on the field, you're generating tokens every turn, you're drawing cards. You don't need to slam everything at once, because if your opponent sweeps or farewells and you've overextended your hand, then you're going to lose that game. One thing I like about the Planeswalker package here is even if they do sweep with a farewell or a depopulate, you can still be left over with a Liliana, Sorin, Emperor, and Ashiok. That is totally possible, so I like having that versatility in the deck to build around sweepers, but you don't have to deploy every single Vampire and every single Takasha's Welcome. You can hold some of them back, so like even if they sweep, you can still completely rebuild the board. That's the deck. If you want to support the channel, just watch the whole video to the end. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. 2-lander on the play with the farmhand. Against the Fell Crow. Mono white, do nothing. Farmhand into land. I will take that action. I will take that land. Okay. Do we want to sacrifice anyone to the mono white gods? You can give them the welcome here. I don't know that it's worth attacking. I mean, if they want to Elspeth Smite, we're totally fine with that, I suppose. What do you got? Elspeth Smite? You're Virtue. Ugh. All right. Well, that sucks. All right. I guess I'm not really thinking about that card yet. Well, sad but fine. I don't want to remove the vampire. We'll go welcome here. We can still win. Losing our one mana 1/1. It's not that bad. 2 mana 1/1. ORZHOV Mirror. ORZHOV Mirror, and they have won the first exchange. Okay. We'd love to hit land, so we'd like to play creature with mana value 3 or less. Let's run out the Skitter here. It's a creature with mana value 3 or less. They might kill it. That's okay. We got the vampire next. We still have card draw engines to go. Trespasser. I have to be mindful of that with the Rite of Oblivion. Down to 14. More Go for the Throats here. Well, we can cut you down and Loyalty to get the card. Let's do it. We have to hit land this turn. We do hit land. That's big. And we could Virtue away the 2/2 here to be a little more mana efficient. Get a little bit of life. We can probably use Cut Down later. What else are they going to play in this deck? ORZHOV. I think we can use a Virtue. With 2 Go for the Throats in hand, I think this is okay. A little bit of life. We're playing the long game here. We have the card draw engine. They do not. That's okay. No blocks. Liliana would be super solid, so we don't have to spend time targeting this thing. Farmhand of their own. And they hit land. We hit land as well. Probably Vampire and Go for the Trespasser at this point. They hold Stick. Adeline's great. We already hit our card draw for the turn. I I think you just go for the third, the Trespasser here. Bin the cut down. Okay. We could attack into their next round of Virtue of Loyalty. I like our creatures though. They're gonna get better with time. No attacks. We're fine. We're gonna win the long game here. Yeah, there's the next Virtue. See if they can kill the vampire. Looks like they want to. They do nothing though. Okay, I'd like to play an Eldraine and keep drawing up. We'd like to attack with one of you guys. And I don't want it to be the vampire, because they want to Emperor this turn. So we can attack with a 2-2, and if they want to Emperor in plus, then we can always just cut down the target. Because I want the Eldraine trigger, because I want the vampire trigger. There's another cut down, okay. Let's see if it's Emperor time. This thing has Vigilance, actually, yeah. It's like an Emperor in plus here. We can just cut down in response. So the other option is to Rite of Oblivion, but I think we can do that next turn. Well, we're doing super well here. Just depends if they run a sweeper, then we have to start over again. Samurai, cut you down. Okay, they go for the Virtue here. We'll go ahead and pick that off now then. We might slam our own Virtue this turn. Okay. I don't want to overextend too much into a sweeper at this point, because we're very solidly positioned. So we'll just send 2 at the Emperor, the rest can go face, basically. So, you can go Emperor. You can go face. You can go face. And you can go Emperor. So that guarantees Emperor is dead. We get both triggers. You can even cut down here before they declare blockers, which is a super nice pick. When it drops to 12, we're getting close to our own Virtue of Persistence. Do we slam the Loyalty? Are they going to run Farewell? Farewell would be sad. But this is basically, is it overkill? Do we need it? I don't think you need it to win from here. I think it's overkill. I don't think we need to do anything. They can Farewell the board, we'll rebuild from scratch. Okay. So it's another Emperor turn for them, I guess. Land is fine. Nothing to do here but slam attack all. We can even hold the vampire back if we want to. Sack a non-token creature? Okay. I mean, Eldraine hits really hard. I like the vampire around. We can still trigger with the next vampire this turn. I'm greedy. I like card draw. They can't Emperor, so we'll get in the vampire now. Well, I want my card draw, so I'm going to take it. Land. Okay, well, now we're not really in a great position to recover from a sweeper. Let's see if they have it. Scoop. Alright, they didn't have it. Alright, I'll take it. Farewell would have been devastating. Although, yeah, that would have been pretty bad. On the play with a 2-drop. We'll try this. Alright. Fallen. So we're up against here. Black. Okay. Nothing to do for us on 2. Yeah, I guess you can cut that down. It's gonna be an issue later, though. Hopefully we can Emperor in time. Land is crucial. I think you go welcome here. Vampire dies immediately. Maybe vampire next turn. Yeah, I could have guessed that. Liliana time. We've actually been Shelly here, as weird as that is. How good is Virtue? I'm gonna bench Shelly. As crazy as that is. Cut down. Aha! Our own Liliana. Well, Vampire dies immediately, which isn't great. But they have the underdog, so they win this race. Let's try to draw into land. Okay, land is good. We're alive. Cut you down. Keep Liliana nice and healthy. Plus, again, probably the Virtue this time.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Liliana not looking great against their field, though. We're probably going to flash in Liliana, or Wandering Emperor this turn. Okay. Not a creature land. Well, flash in the Emperor. Hope they don't have removal. Otherwise, we are screwed by the Liliana ult. We do intentionally run 3 creature lands and an underdog just to cover the situation. Tap out is good. That means you bin Liliana and top deck removal. Not great.
We all have things we
It needs to be an attacker here. That gets through to Liliana, actually. Guess you are going to need haste. Okay, we are alive here. First strike here. It gets to go after the enchantment, though. Okay, we're in the game. Opponent is stuck on 4 lands. Underdog gets to attack down the Emperor. But we all have a steady stream of draws here.
years of training for this.
Plus, drop the Mirax.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Virtue down there, okay. Land will be pretty solid here. It is. Alright, we get to do all the things then. Can't play you out, sadly. Keep pressuring you.
Do not touch me.
Removal. Play land. Play Shelly. We have Go for the Throat. They play out their entire hand. Okay. Can bin the Foundry. Keep the Go for the Throat. You can die. Or land. We'll play it all out. Okay. You can go face. You can fly. We made one mistake earlier. We played out the Shattered Sanctum. We had both Liliana and Wandering Emperor in hand. We should have left the land in hand. Dropped it off to Liliana. Then we could have flashed in the Emperor that turn. They ended up playing Glissa. Then we would have had Liliana to minus the Glissa and attack down their Liliana with our token. And that has been haunting me since. Alright, they swing for 5. We're down to 9. But we got the card draw engines. Loyalty's pretty good. There's only once per turn, so we can do that on their turn as well. That's actually quite good. Let's see how much mana we have to play with here. So we could do it all. We could run out the underdog, drop to 7. I don't think that's even necessary, actually. Let's keep our blockers back a bit, I think. I think we're going to be okay in the very near future. Yeah, I think if we trigger both these things, we're going to be pretty happy. So trigger this on our turn. Or land for them. We see a Virtue. That would be interesting. They start drawing. Underdog comes in. Just you. Alright, let's flash in the loyalty. Trigger both these because it's on their turn. Okay. I think you eat 3, kill the sleeper here. No blocks. Down to 6. I don't think they run protection. I'm fine to do this now. Pretty confident in that. And we get to resolve Virtue of Loyalty and untap everyone. Which is huge. Do you have lethal? Almost. Not quite. Drop. Okay, that's a nice. A lot of land. Insane amount of land. Alright. Play you out. Untap everyone all the way back. Get a creature land down. When it drops to 4. Untap all our blockers. Shelly, good game. Yeah, good game. On the play with no 1 or 2 drops. It's pretty sad. We could draw into it. I don't love this hand though. Up against Shiro, who was the villain from the Factions campaign of Guild Wars. If you didn't play that game, you missed out. It's a good one. Boros. No 2-drop. Alright. Feeling the punish here. Well, also does nothing. Makes me think, I just think we're gonna see some Reanimator shenanigans. Unless it's Lightning Strike to the face now. Destroy evil. Destroy target enchantment. Okay, you got it. Let's see how many of those you have. More land. Sheldred could die as well. We could just companion up here. Could Sorin and plus. We don't know what removal they have yet. Ideally, Sorin sticks around. Let's give him Sheldred here. Red obviously won't do it. We'll see if they have Fateful Absence or another Destroy Evil. But Sorin is the card I most want to stick around. And if we top deck land, we can double spell next turn. Alright, bounce. That's okay. Do nothing. We hit the land, double spell. We can start with a companion. Just in case that changes what land we want to play. Probably won't. I mean, even if we hit the creature tap land. If we had a Mishra's Foundry here, I'd play that out. Nope. Okay. And wedding announcement again. Alright, not destroyed this time. Maybe it's an Emperor time? No, do nothing the entire turn cycle. That's pretty big. We still don't know if they're about to reanimate something scary, though. I want to attack with both and keep drawing. And double wedding announcement this turn, I think. Let's see if there is an Emperor in there. Maybe they pick off one before combat so we can't get the double trigger. Volcanic Spite. Could be a Chandra in this deck. We'll get him with one of them. No more stick. Okay, I don't hate double wedding announcement here. It's a lot of little attackers. Celestis. Alright, yeah. It's getting scary. We don't know if they run Farewell. We're gonna get some big draws this turn. I think it's attack all, play Sorin plus. Okay, triple draws. Play Sorin. Plus here. Land, alright. Creature land. Triple draw. So, if they sweep the entire board, we can refill it pretty well. There it is. Enchantment's gone too. Still, we're positioned for this. We can welcome Vampire and then minus. There's a draw. Okay, there's a second draw. It's a... I don't know if we need the next creature land. I think holding up and go for the throat for some baddie is maybe more worth it. It's pretty expensive to activate. I doubt we activate both this coming turn anyway. Okay. We survived the first sweeper and Arcane Bombardment. Wow, enchantment. Okay. That's gonna be something. Okay. So, this is a huge issue. I think the creature land might have to go the rest of the way here, actually. At random. Okay, they don't have to hit Farewell. I think we need to hope they don't hit it at random. Keeping Sorin out of Death's Door isn't awful though, but I think creature lands might have to get us there. Sure, I'll take it. It's not that powerful. Okay. Get him as low as we possibly can here. It's another creature land. They flip. Let's see what they can hit at random. It is whenever. They could cast multiple spells here. But ultimately they have to deal with the creature lands. Burn down the house. Alright, that's actually quite a good win con. And they get the Farewell at random. Well, that's nice. And it resolves first, which is even nicer for them. Exile all creatures. We don't really have anything in the graveyard though. So it's not like cutting down our own stuff is particularly helpful. Sorin down too, but we're left with the creature lands to go the distance. Problem is if they get burned down the house, they can get a lot of blockers every turn. Flip, that life gain matters for them at this point. Sunset Revelry is good too. So creature land, that's a 6 per turn. It's actually not bad. I think that's the path to victory here. Okay, creature land 1. 4 mana open. Creature land 2. Swing for 6 a pop here. Opponent drops to 4. Did nothing, so they flip. Up to 5. They need instant interaction, and it has to deal 4 damage. So that's pretty high in red-white, at least in red removal. Of course, if they do it on our turn, then they get to Farewell our creatures. No, they tap out for Chandra, though? That seems like a mistake? I think we just win from here. What can they do? Revelry. Okay, yeah, that might be it. They might have escaped then. Okay. So if they can Revelry... They haven't exiled Revelry, they just played it. Alright, that's close to game. An underdog could be good here. Brotherhood's End. Skitter, everything just dies to Farewell every turn anyway. So, I think you're just going face still and praying we get lucky on the, I don't think we have any enchantment removal here. Okay. I think if they exile Sunset Revelry, then it's just game over. I don't think I'm willing to continue. But I'm willing to roll the dice a little bit. +2, let's see what they can pull off here. Big score. But I guess the game's over regardless, right? Because it's each turn. So as long as they hold up in mana for our turn, cast anything, then they just Farewell our creature lands. So it should be game here. There should be nothing we can do to come back from this. So make them have it, but I'm surprised I haven't done that yet, because this is our only play right now, but I'm sure we'll see it here. So they cast any instant or sorcery with their 8 mana and whatever many cards available they have, and then copy Farewell and the whole shtick, and that'll do it. Yep, there it is. And I don't need to, I mean, we'll show you the audience, the rest of this, I guess. I think it's kind of cool. You don't see Arcane Bombardment played that well. We'd have to run the ORZHOV exile anything effect to get rid of that thing. And there's the Farewell, so that's game. All right, good game, you got it. On the draw, but we do have cut down. Whoa, Roker's Hideouts. Okay, so maybe a turtle land mill deck. Yeah, green, that's what it looks like to me. We hit a 2-drop, which is quite nice. Simic, Wayfinder. Okay, well, Pretty sure we're going to want to do that. Shelly, alright. Things looking okay so far. Outlander. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Well, it's going to be an issue eventually. I think we get a skitter going. We'll take the land here. And we're happy to trade if they want to trade. Nope, they eat it. Augur. That's a must-kill threat. Land from the hand, though, not off the top. We don't have an answer to it. But we can start with the vampire here. And then move to combat. I guess we could hit a cut down off the top. Sure. Alright. Continue to get in there with you. And we really do want them to lose the augur. Double block. Great. We'll get rid of the augur here. I wonder if they're heavily reliant on the graveyard. Otherwise, you think they might keep the augur. Or they have backup in hand. Turtle? Yeah, maybe they're just really graveyard-centric. Tameo. Spell Pierce. Suspicious Stowaway. Wild stuff out here. We don't have the land yet. Emperor Flashin' isn't bad. But we can farmhand. Go get land. Andro. Let's not use up all our white. Oh, pfft. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. I guess we're getting planes here anyway. Take the action. Okay, so we could Virtue the Tortoise away. Which is fine by me. Yeah, we can get rats in there too. It's fine. Down to 9. 2-0, flip to Nightside. Sack it, kill artifact or enchantment. So, farmhand can level up at instant speed. Can always flash in the Emperor as well. We're not really sure what they're going to do here. So, let's see how they want to play this first. Just block there. That's okay. I don't think I really want to level up the farmhand. I think I'd either rather play Shelly or the Emperor here. Takasha's Welcome potentially just dies to this Trap Breaker anyway. It's almost lethal though. I think they're going to bounce something here though. I think if you invest into the farmhand, they just Fading Hope it or something weird like that. Drop to 3. Shelly's good, but again, I think they're going to counter something, so I think I'd rather play the Emperor on their turn. So let's do it like that. Yeah, there's the Fading Hope we were anticipating. Again, I don't think you need to level the farmhand here. Okay. Okay. Here comes an Emperor, see if they want to counter it. We can pay 2 though. So that's not that scary unless they also have the Spell Pierce. Scoop. Alright. Kind of a non-game there. On the play with a mono black hand. I will keep this. Alright, mono black, let's go. Nothing to do on 1, hitting white is quite nice. Yeah, we'll give him the underdog here. You're welcome to cut it down if you want. No, sticks around. Touch our lands. It's actually Dimir. ORZHOV versus Dimir. Okay. Well, not doing a whole lot unless they want to flash in a creature. Which they don't, so we're just hanging out here a bit. Don't have double white for the Emperor yet. That's totally fine. Let me just run that out next turn. Unless they have Dissipate to counter it and exile it. Life of Toshiro, they are bottlenecked on land. That's huge for us. Companion. Slamming Sheldred when they're stuck here is not the worst. Companion's not good at all. Let's give them the Shelly treatment. They don't have go for the throat immediately because there's no stick there, so that we might punish them a bit. No land. Okay, well, now it's just sad. It's no longer fun. We don't hit land either. Yeah, ideally you hit it here. You could also run out the underdog, but let's try to hit land first. They don't kill Shelly. We do hit land. That's pretty great. We should be fine to attack in here. And, alright, game has gotten less fun. They can't hit land. That is more sad than happy for us. We got the counter. Draw up. They do have go for the throat this time, but it was after the draw. So that's the card they drew, which means they shouldn't have land this turn either, because they didn't have it last turn. But they hold on. Can underdog go for the throat, I suppose? Cut down, rather. Okay. Keep drawing up. Adeline's solid girl. Good game. No lands. Yeah, I understand. I understand, friend. And they can make spear this if they want. Nope, they just take it. They know. 2 lands the entire game. Very sad, down to 4. They don't scoop though, which is surprising. I would scoop in this situation. I'll give him the good game. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. Maybe it is your fault. I don't know how you built your deck, but not fun regardless. All right, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, a comment, and a subscribe. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.